Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Gaff Major and this is Admiralty Reports. Admiralty Reports is usually your gameplay submissions with my commentary, but today we have a bit of a spotlight of a gameplay from myself. This one that I recorded a while back, and usually I capture the odd game here and there. The reason for is to put in the background of Wales Weekly, but this one is a bit of a special case for myself, and we should be able to see that as the game goes on. So obviously today we have a gameplay submitted by myself, playing the Japanese Tier 6 Tech Tree Cruiser Myoko. Now this is a Tier 5 and 6 game of domination on Tears of the Desert. Now amusingly, I don't actually do the shipping forecast during this game. Bit of a change from the usual habit, but from the end screen I can tell you the enemy team is an Akatsuki, a DeGrasse, a York, a California, a Colorado, a Hood, a Scharnhorst and a Fuso. And the friendly team is a Mass, a Benson, myself and the Myoko, a Nuremberg, a Trento, a Lion, a Colorado Izumo. So we're spawned on the centre right and we're just folding over towards the Alpha objective, getting some torpedoes down into the entrance to the Alpha objective in case any enemy destroyers make a race into the Alpha cap. Now, amusingly, the friendly Benson requests myself and the Nuremberg to come back, even though he's been AFK for about a minute and 10 of the game. So obviously, we're just going to push on and crack on with this game without him, because we're not going to wait around for our destroyers to finally get back from the bathroom. Now, looks like enemy destroyer or destroyers are moved into the Bravo cap. Looks like our entire centre force has folded north into the Alpha objective, so it looks like we've got quite a strong force supporting the Alpha push quite nicely. Also looking at the minimap, noting looks like the enemy's Charlie flank's moving into Charlie, but also, amusingly, it looks like their Alpha flank, probably their Alpha flank is actually pushing over towards the Charlie objective too, judging by the location of that Colorado and the direction that he's going. So that's quite interesting / amusing. Our torpedoes unfortunately don't find anything, so it looks like we're clear, because as we come around the corner here, we're not spotted by anything. Now there's torpedoes from everyone going all over the place here, but wow. I guess if they don't hit anything, it means there's nothing there. I guess that's all you can say. Spotted here, but we can't be spotted by the Colorado. It's more than likely we're spotted by something that's located in the Bravo cap. As we push in, we're 5 seconds off getting the cap, but the Nuremberg unfortunately gets reset and then ends up leaving the cap. So that leaves us in a precarious position against this Colorado. There's an enemy destroyer, an Akatsuki, and looking at all those torpedoes, there's definitely more than one Akatsuki there. So looks like both enemy destroyers pushed into the Bravo cap. But we're still spotted here, and that other Akatsuki's laid a smoke screen, and we shouldn't be detected by the Colorado. We drop a detectability here. Colorado's firing HE at us, which is most amusing, because the Colorado's got 16-inch guns. Had they been firing AP, then we'd be in a lot more trouble. And that's something to note over this course of the game, is that the battleship that has the capability to overmatch never takes advantage of that. I mean, quite a lot of this game is down to, I guess, luck of the draw, I guess you could say. Able to grab the cap, and we're just trying to slow down and back up here. We're spotted again, and we can't be spotted by the Colorado or the Akatsuki, so must be something else within spotting range of us, probably to our front. Just getting some clear line of sight on the Akatsuki, so taking advantage of this, securing our first kill of the game, only taking us up to 3,800 damage. A bit more of a kill secure, I guess you could say. Still spotted though, not sure what by or where from. Enemy torpedoes to our front, so yeah, if we stay here we should be okay. So yeah, let's not move too much further forward. Now we're clear, we can start making a move, but that's 6 torpedoes. There's the other 3, so it looks like the Akatsuki, or the remaining Akatsuki, is working around in this area, probably somewhere to our front. There she is, off to our starboard side. Our guns are trained to our port side, so we might as well swing around and get them onto target. Gotta be cautious of that Colorado that we have initially seen, but looking at the minimap, the Colorado has just gone behind an iron, so we're not going to be offering a broadside to him, thankfully. But it looks like the enemy team has committed very heavily to the Charlie objective. Akatsuki disappears into a smokescreen as we remain detected after firing because of our detectability when firing in smoke. So pushing in, using our sonar consumable to pick her up, and we're just going to swing round. We should be able to clear those torpedoes. And there we go, securing kill number 2, taking ourselves up to 14,000 damage. So 2 kills, not a lot of damage. It's only been small fry, I guess you could say. Looking at the minimap, our eastern flank's been completely annihilated at the Charlie objective, which isn't good news, I guess you could say. And also, some of our forces that did split off and start making a push into Bravo have unfortunately been starting to get cut off. So we're outnumbered, and we're also outcapped at the moment because the enemy is capturing Charlie. There's an enemy York, full health. Well, was full health, down to 10,000 HP, so time to start working him over. HE loaded. Looks like he's going to run into the island, so predicting that, getting a volley out. Friendly battleship whittles the York down to about 5,000 HP, and we take her down to barely anything. And of course, due to our rate of fire, we're going to be able to get another volley down range before our battleship does, which means we should be able to secure kill number 3, taking ourselves up to 19,900 damage. So again, we're not getting a lot of damage at the moment. Everything we seem to be picking on has low HP to start with, or low HP left when we start engaging. However, we're now coming to a precarious situation. We have a Hood and a California there. We also know we've got the Colorado up there. And more than likely, we also have the Scharnhorst up there too. So opening fire on the Hood. Now, I've only set 2 fires so far in this game. And when it comes to working these battleships over, I'm going to be trying to focus on keeping as many battleships on fire at a time. So we've just got a fire on the Hood, so we're going to switch to the California, because we know the California's not on fire as yet. And we can look at the damage tick and we can see that we know the Hood's still on fire. We've got 2 fires on the California, so let's see if we can get another fire on the Hood. But we're also noting there, the California's also put her fire out. So we've got another fire on the Hood. Hood's able to take 5,000 of our HP off us though. Switching back to the California. Getting some speculative torpedoes out, because you never know. I think our next volley is going to be going to the California, because we know the California's not on fire. And also looking at the damage tick, it looks like the Hood's also put her fires out. There we go, got a fire on the California, so probably time to switch to the Hood. Using our Ingenious ability, we know we're targeted by at least 1 ship. 2 ships now. So Hood's firing on us. We just fired a volley of HE at the Hood. Scharnhorst is targeting us, but thankfully the Scharnhorst is firing HE even though we're offering her broadside. So just going to have to keep cautious about the Scharnhorst really. Focusing on the Hood because the California is already on fire thanks to the friendly Benson and Mass. Getting a fire on the Hood, very nice. And it looks like those speculative torpedoes that were for the California find their mark on the Hood, causing a flooding. So we know that Hood's got fire and flooding. Probably time to switch to the California. Oh, okay, Hood's got 2 fires and flooding, so that tick rate's going to be going up quite nicely. California just put her fires out, which is quite interesting, so probably going to see if we can take advantage of that and start another fire on the California. Now we're still offering broadside to this Scharnhorst, and he hasn't taken advantage of it as yet. And we can kind of tell that because we can use our Ingenious ability, and we kind of just keep track as to as and when he's going to start targeting us. Looks like the Hood has put her fires and flooding out. However, with the California pushing down on us, she's going to be the one that we're going to try and focus out, as the Hood is reversing up behind an island. Turning in against the California. Basically, we don't want to outrun her. She's a slow ship, we're a fast ship, and we keep kiting away, eventually we're going to run out of range. But also, we don't want to get too far away. California wraps up our friendly Benson as we get a fire and finish off the California. So that's kill number 4, and we're up to 114,000 damage. Scharnhorst is now getting dangerously close, and with the Scharnhorst, we have to be cautious with her torpedoes. Friendly mass manages to get a good couple of torpedoes into the side of the Scharnhorst. That's going to give us a bit of breathing space. Let's see what we can do here. So we're on fire and we have our torpedo launcher incapacitated. But as soon as we lose our steering, that's when we want to be using our damage control. The reason being is obviously we want to try and keep our steering active. Switching to AP here, because the Scharnhorst is offering us a bit of broadside as one of our torpedoes finds its mark on the rear quarter of the Scharnhorst. The Scharnhorst starts to angle in, which is a bit unfortunate here. Aiming for the deck line with the intention of aiming for that slightly thinner armour, but she's able to keep herself nicely angled against us. Chucking out some torpedoes in the anticipation that she's going to try and flex down onto us. Losing our steering gears again, which is a bit of an awkward situation, but thankfully that's going to be repaired quite quickly and the Scharnhorst isn't exactly targeting us. Scharnhorst starts to go broadside on again, which is good news for us because that means our AP is going to be able to find its mark. We're able to do 7,400 with that volley. Now, will we be able to get the finishing blow, or will the friendly Colorado... No, friendly Colorado's gone, unfortunately, as the Scharnhorst activates its repair party. Getting the Kraken and the Scharnhorst, taking ourselves up to 146,000 damage. And that just leaves myself and a mass versus a Hood and a Colorado. So, enemy team has the cap advantage and the HP advantage. Now we're opening fire with HE against the Hood. Now the Hood's got 15-inch guns, so we are able to angle against that. But one of the interesting things with the Myoko is she does have to get a bit broad in order to use all of her guns. So as always, down in the description will be the commander build and modules. Commander-wise, I've used Azurlane Atago, level 12 legendary 1. Traits are Ingenious, Arsonist, Sponge, Fixated, Refill Station, and the inspirations are Madden and Mimbelli. So we've gone for like turret traverse speed and rate of fire, and we've also got some nice fire traits as well. Hence we were able to get triple fire on this Hood at the moment. She's offering us broadside, so we're switching to AP, aiming for the deck level. Unfortunately, she starts to turn away here. She puts her fires out, and we've only got AP loaded. So she's angled against us, so we're just going to try and get that superstructure and see if we can get some overpen damage or something along those lines. Able to wrap her up, getting ourselves kill number 6 at 176,000 damage. Now, as you see, I'm quite kitey in the Myoko, and the reason being is I've taken Steering Gears Module 2 and Steering Gears Module 3. I've also taken Aim Systems Module 1, asking the friendly mass if he can move over and see if he can potentially contest B, I guess you could say, towards the end of the game, because we're about 40 points behind, and we have to kill this Colorado in order to win. Colorado's firing HE at us, which is an absolute godsend. If he had been firing AP at us, we could be in a very dangerous situation. Steering gear's knocked out again, so just going to use the damage control party to bring that back in line. Colorado's recently used her damage repair party to put some fires out, but we know that the American battleships have quite a lengthy damage control, so while she's broadside on, just going to chance her on with a bit of AP. Unfortunately, the AP seems to be landing mostly among the rear turrets, so it is shattering or bouncing off those turrets, unfortunately. So switching to HE and getting ourselves angled, but thankfully it's another volley of HE. So, opening fire with 4 of our 5 turrets. Getting ourselves another fire. The Arsonist trait on Azurlane Atago is an absolute godsend when it comes to being able to set fires. Now we know she's looking at us, so we're going to have to get ourselves angled, because you never know when the Colorado might wake up and use AP to try and overmatch a cruiser. 56 seconds left of the game as well, as the Colorado is down to less than 5,000 HP. And there she goes, kill number 7, 207,000 damage. So let's have a look at the end screen and see where we go. So actually that ended up at 208,000 damage, getting ourselves 7 kills from 237 hits on target. Only 2 torpedoes causing 1 flooding, but 16 fires, which has been very helpful in getting all of that damage. Earning ourselves Confederate, Arsonist, Kraken Unleashed, and High Caliber. Going on to the team screens, and we can see obviously runaway winner here, unfortunately. 7 kills, giving us 3,964 ship XP. That does include a 1.5 multiplier for being on the winning team, and puts me about, let's say, 1,500 ahead of the next best player on my team. So it was quite an interesting game. I think I got quite lucky with some of the decisions that the enemy team made, and therefore I was able to exploit it. Had the enemy focused me out, say the Scharnhorst had decided to load AP when I was broadside onto her for such a long amount of time, she could have probably wiped me out. Had the Colorado used AP during that game in order to overmatch me, then I could have been a dead duck very quickly, but thankfully able to take advantage of the situation. Going on to the economy screen and able to make 532,000 credits, and that is with a 10% common credit booster and a premium account. Obviously ship service cost coming in at 115,000 credits, so managed to make a pretty penny at the end of the day quite nicely there. Well, if you have enjoyed it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And as always, down in the description is the command build and the modules used, along with the email address to the channel if you want to send in your own game captures, and the link to Patreon if you want to support the channel on Patreon. Let's say thanks to subscribers, and if you aren't a subscriber, feel free to subscribe. Until next time, I'm the Galloping Major, and back to the port.
Hey, hey, clear the way, here comes the Galloping Major. Bumpity, 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 bump. Get out of the way there, you fellows, unless you want me to run you down. I guess this is the life. Now, hey, hey, clear the way, here comes the Galloping Major.